AITA for publicly humiliating my mom? I was contemplating whether to post this for a while, but now I'm curious. I'm 24F and I have a half-brother Ethan who is 17. When I was 16, our mother married her new husband and has 2 kids with him. Ethan's father isn't in his life, so he stays with them full-time, but I spend more time with my dad and his family because I just get along with them better. I love my mom, but she can be a bit much sometimes, so I rarely see her. Ethan and I text occasionally. It was my mother's birthday a few days ago, and while I was visiting I noticed that Ethan and my newborn half-sibling weren't around. I asked my mom where they were at, and she said that she asked Ethan to check up on the baby while she took a break. We were all in the backyard BTW, which is massive. But yeah, okay, no biggie. But sometime later I still couldn't find him, and so I went to Ethan's room and he's rocking the baby while she's inconsolable, and he's crying too because she won't stop. There were diapers and baby formula everywhere, and he was saying that he tried everything but she won't stop. I managed to calm them both down somehow and asked Ethan why he didn't just call someone for help. He said that he's usually really good at this and mom makes him take care of the baby all the time. So he just panicked. He then told me that he helped out with our other half-sister when she was a baby as well and still takes care of her. I was really upset. I mean, yes, there's nothing wrong with needing a break, but Ethan's a 17-year-old boy. He's not a father or a mother, but apparently he takes care of our half-siblings more than our mom and stepdad? I walked up to my mom while she was talking to a group of people and basically told her that I can't believe she's dumping all her responsibilities on Ethan. She knew what I was talking about immediately and told me to relax and that Ethan likes it, blah blah. I told her that while she was out here having a blast, her son was sobbing in his room because of how overwhelmed he was. She got really red and everyone went silent, which was awkward, but yeah. I later got a call from my mom saying that she respects my opinions on this situation, but that I didn't need to publicly humiliate her in front of her friends and coworkers. Apparently, her boss was there too, and he's being very cold to her. I just can't get Ethan out of my head. AITA? There will always be a better way to handle things depending on who you talk to. Could you have waited to tell her? Sure. Would she have listened? Likely not. Sometimes the court of public opinion is what people need to wake up. What she is doing is called parentification, and it's not healthy to do to children. It steals childhoods, creates rifts. It's just abusive. I'm going to say you are NTA. Mainly because poor Ethan was sobbing and doing his best and is the nanny apparently. Thank you for standing up for your sibling. I know it can be hard to do that, but I know he appreciated that. I'm not sure where you can go from here. Maybe find articles about parentification and show them to your mom and stepdad. If you have a good relationship with your dad, talk to him about what you witnessed, what you did, and her reaction. Let him know you are worried and not sure how to help Ethan. I wish you all the luck, op. And you did a good job making it public, so she can't try get out of it later, saying you were making things up. You didn't humiliate her in front of people. Her own behavior humiliated her in front of people, and now she's transferring the blame to you. If she had done nothing wrong, why would she be embarrassed by what you said? NTA. And she wouldn't have been humiliated if she didn't do anything wrong. It needed to be said, and hopefully she's embarrassed enough to change. But I doubt it. I'm concerned she's going to punish your brother too. Good job, big sis, for standing up for your brother. NTA, good on you for defending your half-brother. Being forced into a parental role, even if he, in part, likes it, isn't okay. He's at a point where he feels like he can't ask for help from the baby's actual parents. That is a huge problem. Calling her out in public may have not been the most kind thing to do, but it forces your mom to actually address the problem, because now other people know about it. NTA sent her and Ethan the definition of parentification, and explained that it's a form of abuse, and that Ethan is not responsible for the kids. Their progenitors are. NTA. You stood up for your siblings. Both Ethan and your half-siblings. He shouldn't be responsible for his infant siblings, and they shouldn't have to rely on a literal 17-year-old for daily care, regardless of whether or not he likes it. Now, I probably wouldn't have brought this up to my mother in front of a group of people, but it's honestly a good thing you did. She clearly cares more about what others think than her own children. With her expressing how humiliated she was instead of apologizing or changing her behavior. Good for you for standing up for your siblings. NTA equals your brother was clearly having an emotional, and possibly psychological, breakdown that's been building since the first of the two new half-siblings was born. You certainly did the right thing by calling your mother out in a situation where she couldn't just blow you off and hide it. If it were my little brother and I had the space and financial ability, I'd move him in with me until he finishes high school just so mom couldn't use him anymore. But I don't know your situation or if that would be feasible. I'd suggest you stay involved and keep an eye on the situation. I was forced into a similar situation. Parent to a younger sibling. After my parents divorced. Even though my brother was in middle school when I graduated high school, I was told I couldn't go to college because I had to stay home and take care of him. He was older than I was when I was first put in charge of being his primary caretaker. This happens far too often to teens that get parentified. He's being very cold to her. Good. NTA. She's dumping her responsibility on a kid who had no say in the matter of her having more children, and who probably feels forced to do it because he has nowhere else to go. If she thinks it was humiliating for you to mention it in front of her guests, then she knows what she did was wrong. NTA. That boy is doing more parenting than your mom. Sounds like she needed a little reality check. NTA. Honestly, sometimes public shaming can be a good thing. Like forcing someone to actually care for their children. NTA. If you had approached her in private, she may not have taken the situation seriously. NTA. Good for you. Mom needed to realize who the parent is and who the child is. Hope Ethan is okay. NTA. What you did was support your half-brother. Please keep in contact with him more and make sure your mother and her husband are taking their responsibilities seriously. You might want to discuss this with your dad. He might have better advice as he knows your mom. NTA. The humiliation was the only thing that bothered her. Other people will now be watching more closely. NTA. Based on the way she reacted, she's well aware of what she's doing. A 17-years-old helping out isn't the problem. A 17-years-old not having the chance to be a 17-years-old because he's carrying too much of the load is. Apparently, her boss was there too and he's being very cold to her. I wonder if she's used having to take care of the kids as an excuse. And the boss added 2 + 2. NTA. Under the circumstances, it would have been difficult for you to talk to your mom without someone hearing it. Even if you asked to speak with her indoors, a guest could have been in the restroom and heard everything. Thank you for helping Ethan and sticking up for him. NTA. Just because he's good at it doesn't make him a third parent. He's a teenager about to embark on the world as an adult. NTA. Parentification is a form of abuse. He's still a kid too, and what she is doing to him isn't right. She shouldn't be having a baby if she can't take care of it, or get proper help to take care of it, like a nanny.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.